Divar, ou Divari, em Konkani significa o lugar onde os deuses vivem. Um lugar mágico, com uma flora e uma fauna únicas. Uma ilha onde se regressa em busca de memórias de infância. E para quem não conheça, um encontro com a natureza. Vamos então apanhar o ferry e descobrir este paraíso perdido.
Now Diwali Bedi.
If you look at Diwar, you can see that there are two big hillocks. Those are the actual islands which existed in the beginning originally. The rest of the land that you see right from the tree line right up to the river here, that's all man reclaimed land. Now that was done in very, very ancient times, probably almost at the time when man just began to become a settler. Man just began to form villages actually. What you see is actually something that has been formed by the first settlers, the people who first got there and found that here is a place where they could be self-sufficient.
In Diwar is the whole island as such. It just goes four small villages. Now that is called Goldi. This is called Naveli. See, this road divides the two villages. Goes right up to the church. Then it goes down. The right hand side is Goldi and the left hand side is Naveli. They are coming under the parish of Piadal. Then it's further divided into Malar, which is known as Samadhiyas. And then a small village, almost a ward, or 2 or 3 wards, known as Narwa. So that is the island.
Boatman, traditionally, he helped us to cross the river from the various points to get onto the other islands, neighboring islands, or we wanted to come to the mainland. And he was there, whether any time of the day, for any emergency, for anything, they would be there. And they were all very experienced in their own professions. And it's such a close-knit, everybody knows everyone, so they have a regard for everyone. And everybody was there to help, and it's like one big happy family, the whole village. And I think that's one of the nice things of being an islander.
Order, Narmia, order, Polton, and at time was not pull now as far as I couldn't Tulun, religion, couldn't Tulun water, guiding that. Couldn't guide you to
Even I was driving the canoe myself. I used to come and go on one side or the other side. Because sometimes I used to come at late at night. I had my bicycle there waiting for me. And I used to take that person's canoe and come this side, cross. Tie the canoe on this side, then I should come home. Because I was working in Panjim, and that time transport was so distinct. I mean to say once in an hour or something like that. So you catch the distinct there bus at Panjim and come get down either here or Old Goa, usually Old Goa. So there were 2 canoes in Old Goa. So the person that Dumachet used to stay this side. So he used to tie the canoe at about 8 o'clock and come home. But he used to keep a small canoe on the other side. Because for people like us and all, he knew that we used to come late and all that. So if I and there were another two people going with me, if we did not come by 8 o'clock, he used to leave one canoe on the other side for us. And then he used to bring his bigger canoe this side and tie it to the ram. And we used to cross, when coming to his place, while coming on the road, his house was right on the road. We used to call her, Dume, Dume. Dume, Dume, Ami Aila. That means welcome. Still Dume. So he must know that the canoe is on this side.
तर पहिले आमकां हांगा चलूनच भोंवचें पडटालें सायकली जास्त सायकली आनी खटारे गाडये बरे बरे लोक माचयेलांनी पळय भोंवताले न्ही ते पयलीं खटारे गाडयांनी अशे डसेंट गाडये आसताले व्हडले हे भाटकार बिटकार लोक ते माचयेलांनी भोंवताले म्हूण खटारे गाडयांनी.
People, unfortunate people used to go walking here, cross the ferry and go walking to Panjim. That was the mode of transport in those days. But now everything becomes so facile that people, every house has got a one or two scooters. Plus almost every house has a car. Whether you know to drive or not, that's a different thing. It's become a prestige for people to own a car or some vehicle. Occupation was mainly agriculture. During the rainy season, we used to have plant this thing, our paddy fields. And then during winter, we used to have garden, vegetable garden. We used to encircle it to this thing and have vegetable garden. Even here along the district, means surrounding the district village, you'll find all wells in the fields. That was to help the people to water the garden, vegetable garden, during winter season.
Every house, in the front has got a yard, and all through the year, whatever is produced, you can see, especially in the month of May, they put it all to dry in the sun, so they get it sun dried, so they can keep it for the monsoons and use it in their cuisine and so on.
They used to cultivate fields and all that. But what they used to do, if you came to cultivate our field today, tomorrow it was our turn to go to your field. Then the field. Means in community, we used to help each other. That time no payment was given to anybody.
बायलेक 5 पडी, दादल्याक 7 पडी, दादल्याक 2 पडी मागीर चलता 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 चल्लो दिसवडो जाय तर मागीर ते म्हणटाले आमकां भात नाका भात खंय व्हरून सोद आमच्या दिसवड्यांचो आमकां पयशे दी भाताचो वालोर करून मागीर तो पयशांनी दिसवडो घेता दिसाक आतां तेन्ना कितें हाडलें 50 रुपया कितें हाडली आतां दिसाक 200 रुपया दिसवडो दादल्याक बायलेक 150.
Farmland which each one had, the very boundaries and the demarcations itself were such that there were strips, and one strip of the land would end up at the river. So the area very close to the river, for this small distance, had to be protected by that particular farmer of that particular field. So each farmer kept that much of area protected and maintained. So collectively they would all see that the entire bund was maintained, and this they would do in such devoted and timely manner that they would never allow the fields to ever get affected or salinized, because for them it was almost sacred to protect these lands. So you can see that if one fellow had to neglect his work, then all the other farmers would say because of one person neglect, that the whole community is suffering. So it just would not happen, because you had this strength, you had the support, and as well as you had the accountability to see that no damage would come about.
Really, people who are sincere used to look after these areas, but then this Kumlidad had no power, I think, after this. So then they lost control over the full thing, and it was neglected, and that's how this all salt water, Diwar was covered with salt water for a couple of years. I think now they are rebuilding it, right? They've seen so after how many couple of years, maybe this must have been in 90s, all that salt water had come, but now they're building up.
A day before the harvesting, in the morning, the parish priest used to come, bless the corn, and then cut 2 or 3 sheaves. And that blessed corn, sheaves should be distributed to all the people around of the village. Harvesting of the corn in the fields, that usually in August, 24th, 25th. Earlier, the day before that, so on a Saturday, we have the Bonera flag festival.
Bandera म्हणजे की नाना बावटो तेका बांदेरा पुरती शकतो बांदेरा बांदेरा म्हणजे बांदेरा म्हणजे फ्लॅग.
Actually, this festival was, if you look at it, ancient practice. It was done as a form of celebrating a very good harvest.
We have the flags going all around the village, making a stop at a certain place where they have some, afterwards, shows and all that. Flat, what you call it, tableaus and all that. And different clothes also.
Modera means in Konkani flag. So it's a festival. First they do the ceremony of flags, and then they do fancy dress. All the pirates and all they come, and then after that dance.
But now it's more of a tourist attraction, and it's an event on the tourist calendar. So whether there is a good harvest or not is not what the point of celebration.
That Bonera is only this thing to our villages, these 3, 4 villages. It's not there anywhere else in Goa.